24/7 Fusion Media.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media, and I saw this and I found this to be quite interesting to hear that Judi Dench rails against trigger warnings. If you're that sensitive, don't go to the theater. And I completely agree. There's people that are sitting there going into the theater knowing what they're going to be watching, because who the fuck pays for a ticket or two tickets or tickets for your whole family to walk into something that nobody has no clue what the fuck's going to happen one way or the other. No one does that. So it's interesting to hear her say it. She's a damn good actress, and I'm just interested in seeing what's going on here. Judi Dench has become the latest actor to rail against trigger warnings in the theater, telling people to stay at home if they are sensitive, which I agree. The Oscar-winning actress said she was surprised to learn that audiences were routinely being warned about potentially distressing content, including abuse, violence, and loud noises. Yo, if you know that you're going to the theater and you're buying tickets to go see a fucking war movie, why the fuck do you need a fucking trigger warning about there being fucking explosions and gunfire and fucking blood all over the place and violence and whatever else? Why do you need a trigger warning to warn you about what you should be expecting to see when you walk into the theater? I don't get that. That means you're stupid for not checking, and you're even that much more dumb if you need the movie theater to explain to you what you should have known before you fucking walked into the movie theater to begin with. Now that's the problem. And now she's asking, she's like, do they do that? Dench told UK's Radio Times it must be a pretty long trigger warning before King Lear or Titus Andronicus. Oh shit. She added, I can see why they exist, but if you're that sensitive, don't go to the theater because you could be very shocked. Where is the surprise of seeing and understanding it in your own way? True. It's like if you need a trigger warning, then basically you are taking away all the suspense. You're taking away the shocker of it all. Why? Because you need to be told that you're going to be shocked when you see this shit. So you take all the expectations out of the movie before you fucking watch it because you need to be warned about it before you go see it. Doesn't make any sense. Dench, whose stage credits include Lady Macbeth, echoed the sentiments of others when noting her discomfort with trigger warnings. Ralph Fiennes said theatergoers had gone soft. Hey, oh shit, they gone soft as fuck, huh? In an interview with the BBC earlier this year, the impact of theater should be that you're shocked and should be that you're disturbed. I don't think you should be prepared for those things, Fiennes said. It's the shock, it's the unexpected. That's what makes an act of theater so exciting. And I agree. So basically, if you have to be told of everything before it happens, then where's the excitement in that? Where's the shock factor? But you have to be told, hey, about the whole thing before it happens. Then basically, if you're going into a movie and you don't know that it's going to be action, violence, science fiction, if it's going to be a Western, there's going to be a fucking shootout, the whole shit. If that shit bothers you, then why are you walking into the theater to watch that shit to begin with? It's fucked up that this has to be addressed in this way, but here we are, right? Sir Ian McKellen criticized the use of trigger warnings in theaters before the launch of a production of Frank and Percy at London's The Other Palace. I think it's ludicrous, he said. I quite like to be surprised by loud noises and outrageous behavior on stage. Of course. Like, again, it takes away from the shock factor of being surprised at what you're seeing. Now, if you have to be told everything so that you could be aware of what happens before it happens, and if that's the case, why even buying a ticket? To be honest, I just think that this is pretty outrageous, that people need to be warned about what's going to happen before it happens, when the audience should know, the moviegoers, theater goers should know what the fuck they're doing before they buy their ticket. So if they're not doing the research to know that they're about to walk into a war movie that has violence, explosions, bright lights, and the whole shits, who the fuck fault is it if you're sitting there and you're paying your money for an unexpected experience? You're walking in, you look at the title, you're like, oh my gosh, look at this. You're looking at all the titles, then what? You go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you pick one, don't know what the fuck it's about, pay your money, and you walk in to watch it? Who the fuck does that? I don't know anybody that does that. So, for people to need trigger warnings for a movie that they paid money to walk into and they don't know what the fuck they're getting ready to watch, then it's basically it's ignorance on the moviegoer. And I know people are going to be on both sides of the fence wondering, okay, well, you know, how can someone be so insensitive to talk shit about trigger warnings about shits that's about to happen on the theater? Don't you think that the audience should be warned about what's about to happen? Well, didn't the audience fucking do their homework or figure out what the fuck they were gonna watch before they bought the ticket? So how the fuck you gonna buy a ticket to a war movie and then get mad when there's fucking violence and bullets flying and fucking explosions and bright lights? Who the fuck fault is it at that point? Are you gonna be mad that you didn't get the warning ahead of time, but you knew you was walking into a war movie? How stupid is that? There's an argument to be made here on both sides of the spectrum. But the reality is, if you're dumb enough to buy a movie ticket and you don't know what the fuck you're walking into, then you get what you fucking deserve when the movie starts and, you know, you're getting triggered by loud noises and explosions and fucking murder and violence and fucking blood all over the screen. You get what you get. Why? Because your dumb ass didn't look well enough to go fucking figure out what you're gonna watch before you paid money for a fucking ticket. But that's my take. That's how I feel. You guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think she's right about how she feels and what she's saying, or you think she's wrong about how she feels and what she's saying? Like I said, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, it's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media, and I'm out. Peace.